Hello my little cherubs, welcome back to my channel, Red Fire Flags. I'm Phoenix. Just some general housekeeping before we dive in. All my readings are general readings, so what you might find is some bits resonate, other bits might not. If it doesn't resonate with you all the way, then that's just a message for somebody else. Please don't try to make it fit with your situation. If you do find the reading does resonate with you, please consider subscribing. I'd love you to become a part of my collective, and leave a comment, say hi, even if it's just an emoji. Help my little channel to grow. I would be eternally grateful for that. And so now that's out of the way, we will dive straight in to the pick a card reading for today. Hello my little cherubs, welcome to my channel. You've had the whole intro thing before, so I'm just going to play the same one and we're going to jump straight in. Before I do though, I just want to make it aware that this reading, this is a pick a card for what has your absence taught them. Now, you could have walked away from this connection, they could have walked away from this connection, it doesn't matter. This is for people who are in separation, so and have been for a little while, not a couple of days, not a couple of weeks, you're looking at a couple of months at least. So it's going to be kind of specific. If you want to stay along and have a little look, please feel free. You might get some messages out of it anyway, but if not, it's going to be a little bit specific today. It's what I was guided to do. So yeah, I'm going to jump straight in. How I feel this person is feeling right now is there's a lot of frustration in this person's energy. I feel like you were the one. Okay, my pile ones. First of all, I feel like you were the one who, it was like you were coming out of pocket. So say you're going out on dates and stuff like that, you're the one that's kind of paying or picking up most of the tab. I don't feel like you were paying all the time. I just feel like you definitely had your hand in your pocket. Let me fix this. This is not exactly straight and it's annoying. I'm telling you, that's even better. I do apologise. I'm a bit anal about how straight things are. I think that, yeah, I think that's it. I feel like you were the one who had your hand in your pocket. This person, I'm picking up the energy as somebody who kind of didn't really have a specific direction where work was concerned or where earning their finances was concerned. I feel like this person kind of was a jack of all trades and a master of none, kind of flitted from one thing to the next. And I don't think you found this to be comforting in any way. You wanted something that was stable, that somebody that was going to bring as much to the table as you did. You didn't want somebody's half-eaten packet of day-old coleslaw or coleslaw, whatever. You walked away from this because you said, you know what, I'm done. I want more than this 8 of Cups misery situation where I'm doing most of the work. And God forbid, like some of you had children with this person and some of you didn't. The ones who had children with this person, this ended up being a situation where you were raising them and the kids and going to work. It was just a lot. And yeah, you said you were done with this, all right? With this person now and how they're feeling and what your absence has taught them, your absence has made them feel very unhappy. I feel like a sense of despair. I feel a sense of loss. Like they know they've lost something, but can I be completely honest with you, pile ones? It's not because they were fully like, it's the love they missed. Don't get me wrong, they have feelings for you. They're not like iron cold. They were more focused though on what it was you did for them. So you kind of let a lot of things slide with this person, I'm picking up. So this is not anything specific, but it's just a general idea. He's supposed to take out the trash and you've asked a couple of times, he hasn't done it, and then you just said, oh, do you know what, F it, I'll do it myself. And then you end up just doing it. It's like he relied on being incompetent. He's completely competent, completely able to do certain things around the house or do certain things to help, considering he's not actually 100% holding down a regular 9 to 5 or whatever hours it is. I'm picking up some sort of part-time situation with him. So I don't even think he was really working at full-time hours. I feel like you were the one that was holding the coin. You were the one that's holding the money. So that's the energy of the connection. If this is not the energy of your connection, this is not your reading. Please pick another pile, okay? Or pick another reading. The situation here, you walking away, and you walked away from this. You walking away has left you with so much clarity. You have got this new sense of trust in your gut and trust in your intuition, because you kind of felt a certain way in the beginning before you saw red flags, and it's like this person hadn't really done anything yet, so it didn't really warrant you actually kind of, or in your mind warrant you kind of stepping away. But I feel like your aura or your field was trying to kind of warn you. Like, you know, sometimes we get that anxiety, I say anxiety, but some people call it butterflies and they like it. I happen to think butterflies is anxiety. I think it's a warning. It's not, I don't feel like it's butterflies, but whenever I've got butterflies in my stomach, I feel sick, I feel horrible. It's not a nice feeling at all for me. And so for me, that's always me thinking, I wonder what I'm being warned about. I wonder what spirit's trying to tell me to stay away from. And most guys, and I'm going to veer off for a bit, but most guys that I have been entangled with at some point in my life, if I've had that butterfly situation and that kind of whoosh, like really seriously powerful whoosh, and everything's just chaotic and I feel like all types of way and it's like electric and it's just everything all at once, all of those connections I've ever been in have never really gone well. Now, it might have gone well for a lot of other people out there, but for me, it hasn't. So for me and my personal experiences, that feeling is something that I avoid. Not because I don't enjoy feeling, it's just because that's normally led me up the garden path, and I don't like that, where it's ended. So I tend to think of something that's stable, something that grows. I prefer something that you can kind of gel with and you develop over time and the attraction grows and it builds. That's the kind of thing that I prefer. That's me. But I feel like the reason I'm telling you this is because I feel like you might be a slow burner as well. And I feel like this person they represented what you wanted, but I feel like this person was literally a slow burner. If that's what the case was because they weren't really interested in actually holding down a connection properly with you. I think they were more interested in what you could offer. Now, putting all that aside, and putting all of that horrible stuff aside, because I don't like this energy, I'm going to be honest. This energy kept you up at night. I feel like this energy had you feeling a little bit sort of imprisoned in your own mind, overthinking. I feel like you felt a little bit on the sort of, I feel like I'm losing sleep. I feel anxious. I feel sad. I feel like I don't know what's going on. I feel like, oh my God. And so some nights in this connection, this is probably how you were feeling. And you stepping away, this has brought you some clarity. This has brought you balance. This has brought you a new feeling. You're not here to see if you're going to reconcile. You're here to see if this person's learnt a lesson, or if they're going to learn their lesson. So let's put all that aside and let's have a look, shall we? So before I even pull some cards, Spirit is showing me that this person's got a lot of strife coming in, and that's arising from how they've treated this connection. I also feel that this person might be good with their finances, or might have had decent finances, but they kept that hidden from you. I feel like this person, or they may have represented they had good finances and it turned out that they didn't, but this person was low quality. I feel like they were mediocre. I feel like they weren't really skilled in any way. I feel like they were a little bit careless with you, careless with the connection. And you stepping away, you've seen your worth completely. You're not willing to date down anymore, because how you're starting to see it is that represents how you feel about yourself. Now, even if you don't feel bad about yourself and you're just giving someone a chance just because it's a nice thing to do, or just because there was a small attraction there, for whatever reason you're doing it, that's a step down. You should be dating your vibration level and up. And so that's also put you in a situation where you've sort of decided to address your vibration, your maturity levels, how you think, perceive and see certain things, and you've started to realise that realistically grown-ups don't stay with people who play games because they're not playing games themselves, and so you're just not here for that fuck shit anymore. I feel like you've just come here to see, like I said, if this person's learning their lesson, and I'm telling you now, they are learning a cruel lesson. They want to be back in your energy, they want to be back in your space, and they're starting to understand the value that you actually hold, rather than just what you do for them or how you keep everything ticking over or how you're the glue for everything. I feel like this person's starting to actually see the value of what they've actually lost. And you know what? I feel like you're here for it. I feel like you're okay with that. I feel like this person was critical. I feel like they could have been overbearing at times and a little bit... This person was a little bit of a liar. Not even a little bit. I'm being kind. This person was a liar. Through and through. I don't even think they understood. I think they believed their own lies as well. I don't even think they understood the truth. And so you being here now is just really you trying to find out what your absence has taught this person, how they've developed, what they've done, how they've grown. This person's in a stage of becoming aware now. So while it's just in its infancy stage, like this is something that's just beginning, so it's not fully apparent what his karma is going to actually be. You get a front row seat for this. You will actually get a front row seat with popcorn. And the reason you get this front row seat with popcorn is because part of his karma is to watch you continue your life from the outside. He will never be on that inner circle again. If you had children with this person, I feel like your children are kind of at a stage where they're not babies. I do feel like they're kind of, when I say babies, I don't feel like they're newborn. Do you see what I mean? I feel like if anything, they might be sort of 3 upwards. So your kids are kind of growing, they're fine. I don't feel like there's going to be any lasting damage there. But this person's on their way out. And I don't feel like I feel like you guys might co-parent okay eventually, but at the moment there isn't really. I feel like he's very immature at the moment and he's still being put through his paces. So he's learning his lesson slowly, and it's going to be a long ride for him. And I feel like at one point karma's going to pretty much give him everything that he ever really wanted, only to take it back from him, in the same way that he took back that dream that he kind of fake sold you. All right, so your absence has taught this person that they can't come from a place of what only they can get out of something to serve their own purposes, to serve their own needs. They're starting to realise they've got to come from a higher place. If they want cooperation, if they want somebody who is going to be involved with like common goals and be able to offer teamwork and stuff like that, they're going to have to change the way that they approach people and situations. And I feel like your connection with you, and you walking out on this person the way that you did, this has taught them that being mediocre is just not going to cut it. All right, so that has been your reading at pile ones, my darling. Keep moving forward, keep going. I don't feel like, I feel like even if this person is coming back to offer anything with you, I feel like they're not going to be able to offer just what you deserve anyway. You've done a lot of work on yourself. You had the strength and the sense to walk away from this fuck shit. And so I doubt you're going back into it. But for the small fraction of you that are thinking of going back to this person, nothing much has changed. Okay? So I would give that a little thought before you jump in with both of your feet. Just test the waters first. See how that goes. All right, darlings, have a great day. Hello, my lovely pile threes. Pile twos. There might be a message in pile 3 for you, but you don't know yet, but we'll see. This is what has your absence taught them. As I explained in the beginning of the video, and if you kind of hit the time stamp, you've probably missed it. But at the beginning of the video, I said this isn't really a reconciliation type video. This is sort of, you've gone your separate ways and you kind of want to know if they've learned their lesson, if they, has your absence kind of affected them in any way. All right. So let's jump straight in, shall we? Your absence has affected this person, pile number 2s, in a massive way. I feel like in the beginning, and if this isn't the energy of the connection or your person, this is not your pile, please pick another pile. All right, this energy here, this is somebody who they didn't really kind of have their stuff together. All right, I feel like this person wasn't exactly broke or poor. I feel like they had enough to kind of swan around a bit, and that's pretty much what they did. They kind of cruised. I'm getting the image of someone kind of cruising down the highway, just I'm hearing D'Angelo Cruising. I'm not going to sing it, but yeah, that's the song I'm hearing, so maybe there's a message in there for you. But this is somebody who was just, they're good looking, they got a little something in their pocket, and they're okay. And I feel like this person, they didn't really make this connection stable. I don't feel like this person put a definition on this situation. This person's got their finances in their pocket. I feel like they come from something, so it's not like they made this money themselves, all right? Or they're very lucky with money and things just kind of seem to fall in their lap. Either way, this person's good looks and the way that they're able to kind of just manage and cruise through life, they weren't really stable at the time. They didn't really want to dedicate themselves to the connection. I feel like they treated the connection as if they were bored in some respects, all right? Now, that's the energy of the connection, and let's go into what your absence has taught this person. Okay, so first of all, while I'm shuffling, I am picking up that this person's definitely got some focus at the moment. I feel like this person's pulled their head out of their jacksie. I feel like this person's definitely coming from a different place now. This person's using their wisdom, they're using their head, they're using their mind. They're not using their little head, they're using the big head. Sorry. I feel like this person is definitely determined to triumph. I feel like you told this person some home truths before you parted ways. I feel like you definitely, and I feel like you kept it real with this person all the way. I am picking up Virgo energy here, so I'm not sure if one of you are a Virgo, or if both of you were a Virgo. I'm not sure, or where that is in your chart, but that's a really strong energy that I'm picking up. But here, what this person started to realize is they've started to realize that their inheritance or their legacy isn't enough, or their looks aren't enough. They've got to bring something solid to the table, and by losing this connection or losing you and losing something that they did value, they just didn't let you know they valued it. They just didn't treat it with any value. They didn't treat it with any respect. They've definitely fallen on their jacksie, on their ass in regard to this connection, and everything that's happened has thrown them into this. It's thrown them into their power. I'm not sure if this is what you want to hear, but I don't read what people want to hear. I read what comes up, and for me, I feel like this person understands that they've missed out on an opportunity with you. They do feel like that they're hoping that once they get their shit together, that they're able to kind of show you that they've changed their direction, they've become dedicated, to show you that they're worthy of you placing another bet on them. I think maybe you could be a little bit shy about doing this, because I feel like this person has left a bad taste in your mouth. But at the same time, I don't feel like for you this is completely over. So I do feel like you're going to be open to hearing this person out. I feel like you're worried though that they're still going to be in the energy of their dishonesty, of their betrayal. But I'll be honest with you, I feel like this all comes from a low self-esteem with this person. Even though they have got a good look about them, I feel like this person is gorgeous. And I'm seeing somebody that's kind of got that kind of almost hazel type skin. It's like a kind of slightly darker than Mediterranean, but not dark. And this person's got kind of a green look in their eyes. Maybe they've got some sort of Asian influence in their background, or some sort of Mediterranean influence in their background. I'm not sure. This person is definitely of some sort of mix of some sort of background, so they're not fully whatever. So if they're English, then they're English Mediterranean, or English Italian, or English black, or English something. If they are American or whatever, white, or Caucasian, they are mixed with something. If this person is of any background, any ethnicity, this person is of mixed ethnicity, of a mixed background. That's really strongly what I'm picking up here. So this person's got some sort of mixture in their background and lovely eyes, but this person's realizing, and I feel like they understand that juggling when you've got something worthy in your hands, and juggling for stupidness or just for a flash in the pan or a moment, because it wasn't even worth it. I don't feel like this person really made anything serious out of any of the things they were doing with whoever they were doing it with. I just feel like this person did it because it was just a part of their habit. And even though they're good looking, and even though they've got a little bit of change in their pocket, I feel like they were struggling with some sort of abandonment issue or some sort of issue. I feel like mum and dad, I feel like they worked, or I feel like they weren't really around very much. I feel like this person maybe was raised by an aunt, or maybe had a grandmother or somebody that was around more often. But at the same time, this person is sort of, they suffer with a low self-esteem. They suffer with a jaded opinion of themselves, of women, and the rest of it, or they suffered with. This person's done a complete turnaround at the moment. I feel that this separation has been for a little while. I do feel like you're looking at least a year or two for this separation to have been. And if it hasn't been that long, then again, this is not your pile. These are quite specific. This isn't a make it fit or a slight, this is quite a specific reading. And the pile 1 was exactly the same. So I'm assuming pile 3 will probably be the same as well. But we'll see. They do want to come forward, and I feel like they will be coming forward, and you're looking at around maybe August for some sort of message or some sort of sign from them. I feel like this person may just show up. They do want to show you that they are a worthy bet. They want to show you that they have renewed their way of thinking, that they have got new opportunities, and that they have got new ambitions. They want to show you that they are also dedicated, that they've also stepped into their spirituality. This connection has forced this person to step inside of themselves and to actually see that there are other things. So it isn't just black and white. It isn't just a 3D. It's not just the here or and what we see. There are other things involved, like ancestry, there is karma that we're working out, and there's loads of other things. So this person's gone deep diving into the spiritual world and into themselves, and I feel like this has given them a new sense of faith, a new sense of hope, and like that, it's thrown them into their healing as well. And I feel like this person's getting help from a guardian or somebody from the other side. They did come across as untrustworthy. I feel like they're very good with their words, very well spoken, and I feel like they've used that in the past to get what they want. I feel like they were blocked, they were emotionally blocked, and I do feel like this person was quite overwhelmed by everything in general. At the beginning, when this all came to a close, you told them a few home truths. It threw them into this state of just, I'm hearing like a dark night of the soul situation. So this person was really thrown into the deep end. They were overwhelmed. I feel like they felt a sense of emptiness, and I still feel like that sense of emptiness is still there. But as we are moving forward, and I've just pulled the Lovers, and I've just pulled the Empress, and I've pulled the Empress in reverse. So this is somebody who they had a sort of a lack of concentration. They weren't really they were bored. They treated the connection as if they were bored. They were used to getting what they wanted. They're used to life being a certain way for them. And it just made them lazy. It made them, yeah, you just weren't here for that. You really weren't here for that superficial, theatrical BS. You just weren't here for that. And it was very dramatic. However, this person is seeing the true beauty of you, the true beauty of the connection. They are understanding where they were weak, where they were stagnant. I feel like they're understanding where their choices or lack of making choices and lack of putting something on this caused the collapse of this connection. It caused the deterioration. It caused them to have it caused them to get a reality check. It also caused you to do the same. But I feel here there's been a release from this bondage. There's been a release from this unrealistic expectation that he had and that you may have had as well. There's been there's been a release of this kind of false start and these delays. So this wasn't really meant to be some sort of reconciliation situation, but this person is going to come forward, and it's just up to you what you do. This person has changed, and even if you turn away, even if you're not really open to it because you are protecting yourself, and quite rightly so, this person is not gonna, it's not gonna throw them into them going back to how they were. They have actually changed, and they haven't changed like completely, obviously, because you can't do that, but they've changed some parts of themselves that weren't really great and that they were projecting onto everything and everyone else. They've done a lot of healing, and I feel like this person will be honest and truthful. I feel like this person will bring a sense of faith and dedication to the table that you haven't seen from them before. But it's up to you if you want to give this another chance. It's up to you if you want to kind of turn that false start into something that's creative or something that can spark a new day. And it is up to you. This person was a bit of a bad end. This person did have you in not a 3-party situation. Like, it could have been an 8-party, it could have been 7, could have been 8. There was a lot of people, places and things that this person was involved in. And so it's up to you how you want to move forward. Now, it's not going to kill this person if you don't move forward with them, and it's not going to kill them if you do. It's not going to do anything for you if you don't move forward, and it's not going to do anything for you if you do. There's going to be somebody that comes along that's new for you if that's what you're after. But if you do take on this journey with this person, the outcome here, I feel like this person will continue to be charming. I feel like they will be emotionally intelligent. I feel like this person will also try to protect the connection in a way that they haven't before. All right. So that's it, my pile 2s. That's what your absence has taught this person. It's been a massive awakening for this person. This person's gone through some massive shifts, and they've definitely changed. So that's your reading. I hope this resonates with you. And if it doesn't, please pick another pile. Have a good day. Hello, my pile 3s, my beautiful pile 3s. I mean, just do a little quick bit of housekeeping before I jump in, all right? So, in the beginning of the reading, if you've just clicked a timestamp, at the beginning of the recording, I did say that this isn't sort of a reconciliation reading, but this is kind of like for you to kind of check in, see what your absence has taught this person, if they learned any of their lessons, what karma's at play at the moment, and that's that sort of energy here. So whatever comes up, comes up. Just going to go with what the energy is now, first of all. And if the energy is not the energy of your connection, if this is not the energy of your person, then this is not your pile. Okay, this is quite specific. And all 3 of them actually have been very specific. So if that energy doesn't match your connection, if there's nothing that resonates with you in the beginning part of this reading, this is not going to be your reading, okay? So I'll dive straight in. The energy of this connection here, wow. You guys are my spiritual healers. You guys are my empaths. You guys have got a lot going on emotionally. You pick up a lot. This person prepared and planned. They prepared and planned because they wanted to control you. They wanted to control your light. This is a very specific message, and this is quite deep. This person was jealous of you, jealous of how people looked at you, loved you, jealous of how people responded to you. Like, I'm seeing images of Ike and Tina Turner. And I'm not saying this was a physically abusive connection in any way, because I haven't picked that up yet, but it's the jealousy that Ike had with Tina that I'm picking up. It's the way that, you know, where people stopped asking Ike any questions and he'd give Tina that look. It was in interviews, you'd see it. Just go back to any of their old interviews and go back to when the interviewer was asking the interviewee, i.e. like Ike and Tina, any questions, but they directed it at Tina and Tina was answering. There was this look that Ike had. This person was very jealous of how your light shone, and this person wanted to exploit that in some way. I feel like this person, maybe there was some sort of abuse here. And I'm sorry, darling. I feel like this person, I'm not picking up physical stuff at the moment, but what I am picking up is there was an abuse of finances or an abuse of emotion. I feel like this person had debt, or they were really shitty with money. And I'm sorry to swear, but this energy is just, it's really shit. And I feel like you finally, it took you a while. You were with this person for a little while. I feel like you're looking at about 3 to 6 years maybe. And I feel like this person just sucked the life out of you. It's like picking off a dead carcass. Like you can see a vulture just picking it. And while vultures serve a really amazing purpose on this planet, and I think vultures are amazing, but it's like him. It's like a piranha. It's like a vulture. It's just him picking off of you. I feel like this person stole your energy as well. This person wanted to control you. I feel like this person wanted to outrank you in some way. This person had a suspicious mind or treated you very suspiciously, like you were always up to something, when really they were the one that was up to something. This person was only with you for a material gain of some sort. So whatever it was that you was doing for this person financially or emotionally, this person was just literally exploiting you. They fed off of your energy. This is giving me vampire vibes. This is giving me Lost Boys vibes. This person tried to portray themselves as noble, as successful, as open, as honest, but really they were a liar. They were a trickster. This person used tactics. This was a narcissist. This is still a narcissist. There is nothing that has changed about this person. This person is still juggling this lifestyle. They're still juggling whatever it is that they do. Because what it is, with this person, when he's around someone long enough, they find out who he is. They find out what he's about. And if he can't get someone to kind of really fall for him within a certain time period, then it's a lost cause for him because there's nothing he can get out of it. But for the most part, he kind of watches and seeks. It's like he preys like on a certain energy, and I feel like you were just kind of having a spiritual awakening. You were just kind of stepping on your journey. So there was a slight edge of not kind of knowing, of being unsure, of kind of, you weren't really concentrating on the outside either. So it's like, if you were, I feel like you would have seen certain things, and I don't think you would have given this person a look in, but because you had your eyesight and mind elsewhere during this like first stages of your awakening, this person was able to kind of get away with a bit of murder. Definitely a liar. We've got the Ten of Wands in reverse. This person was definitely lying to you. This person was careless. This person was irresponsible. You though, you stepping away from this connection, and we're going to concentrate on you from it. This has given you a brand new start. This has given you a will to create. This has given you inspiration. I've got the Ace of Wands here. It's like a gift from the other side, from whoever. And this is like saying, yep, you chose you. You did the right thing. It took a while for you to get to this point, but it is better late than never, I'm hearing. This has given you a massive, swift expansion. This has given you a strength, like a power. You have most definitely, you haven't changed. You're still kind. You're still good-natured. You're still compassionate. You're still receptive and gorgeous. But you've learned to put up a little bit of a boundary. You've learned to use your discernment where certain energy is concerned, because you're not looking to hit your star to another narcissist. Never, ever again. This connection brought you balance. This connection brought you back to yourself. It re-established your connection with you. It brought you back to your intuition. You're also fierce. I feel like you are extremely generous with your energy, with your nature. Please try to put a value on your energy. Put a value on what you bring to the table, because otherwise you will find what it is as a healer. That's what you are naturally. And when people are sick, what do sick people seek out? They seek out doctors. Somebody's sick, they need a doctor, they need a hospital. Healers are just that for the spiritually sick, or for the mentally sick, or whatever. So you will attract certain energy to yourself just because you're a healer. And so you need to kind of do a lot more active protections. You need to do a lot more, you need to be a lot more mindful. You need to be a lot more intentional about the way that you're living your days, or the way that you're living your life. Because everything that you do is a ripple effect onto everything else. And because you are a healer, whether you choose to walk in that light or not, this is what you were born into. So it's going to ooze from all of your pores. There's just no way to turn it off. You can't just say, oh, I don't want it no more, I'm going to send it back to the shop. It doesn't work that way. You're always going to have that energy and always attract certain people to you. So this is why I say you need to really amp up your protection. Maybe get yourself some tourmaline or something, and take regular salt baths with a bit of rosemary, something to protect you and kind of cleanse your aura and to rebalance your yang. This person was aggressive and demanding, very dramatic. I feel like this person, like I said earlier, was extremely jealous. But this all comes from a place of self-doubt as well. I feel like this all comes from a place of this person not wanting to walk in their own light. And eventually what happens to those who have got a certain job or a certain role to fulfill, if they don't fulfill that role, they change. And somebody else has to step in to fulfill that role because that job still needs to be done. And this person a long time ago changed. This person turned their back a long time ago on certain things. They chose to use their voice instead of using their voice to try and help somebody to heal, or try and help somebody to move forward, or try and help somebody to find love in themselves, or just bestow kindness on anyone. He chose to use his voice to manipulate. It's like an alchemist with his voice, or with the way that he speaks. He's quite charming. It's like he can weave, and he can hold attention. And so he's used that for his own gain. And yes, there are choices down there. We've got free will and you can do whatever you want. But there is also a repercussion and something that happens on the back of that. There is a cause and effect. And so he's changed irreversibly. But you have definitely got a lot of prosperity coming in. Your power is increasing. Your intuition is increasing. This is another reason why I was getting this message for you to kind of watch how you're thinking and watch how you're speaking. My ears just started ringing. Your powers of manifestation are wild. So you can listen, the universe takes 17 seconds to start whirring something into reality. You can instantly start thinking of some stuff, and you can think of some harrowing stuff, and before you know it, it's become a reality. So you really do need to take sort of moments out to kind of cleanse yourself and try to change the way that you are thinking, because you can manifest greatness for yourself, or you can manifest misery. But you're in that. Thank you. My spirit guide has just told me that you've started to realise that, and so you're gaining an advantage over your mind, over your sense, over your being. Listen, you're on to greatness, my darling. He's going to keep repeating the same cycles, unfortunately. If he does make his way back around to you, I would just cross the street. That's my advice. Not that you asked for it, but this is what I do. And so I would cross the street. I wouldn't even give crazy a chance. When you see crazy, cross the road. Just leave it alone, because he's going to want to punish you for walking away. He's not going to want to love you. He's not going to want to offer you. And even if he comes across as he's got the Two of Cups for you, and he comes across as though he's got that like Two of Cups, he's got the Ace of Cups, he's got like that Ten of Cups, he's got the Ten. Even if he comes across as the Ten of Pentacles, he's grounded, he's stable, all of that good stuff. Don't trust any of it. He's a master manipulator, that one. And he's only going to punish you for stepping away. And God knows what he's going to do. God knows how he's going to leave you. So, I'm sorry that this wasn't the greatest message where he's concerned, but you're onto great things, my darling. You are on this journey now, and you're on this journey of self-love and self-care, of giving back to you, of taking back your time and taking back your power. And while you are still in the infancy stage of all of this, you have moved leaps and bounds. So well done. All right, Spirit is congratulating you. You have the best day, my pile number 3s. And again, if this didn't resonate with you, please pick another pile or pick another reading. All right, take care.